Have you ever asked yourself, how much money do I really need to retire? Most people don't have a clear answer, and that's exactly why so many struggle when retirement finally arrives. Here's the truth, the number isn't the same for everyone. But by the end of this video, you'll know your exact retirement number for 2025, based on real-world data, inflation rates, and your lifestyle goals. So stay with me, because what I'm about to share can literally change how you plan the next 10, 20, or even 30 years of your life. And before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching this video from? The US or the UK? I'd love to see where our smart savers and future retirees are tuning in from. All right, let's break this down step by step, starting with a question that shocks most people. When people think about retirement, most imagine one giant number, $1 million, maybe two. But that's a myth. The real number depends entirely on your expenses, not your income or guesses. Here's what experts agree on. You don't retire on what you earned, you retire on what you spend. So if your monthly expenses in 2025 will be around $4,000 in the US or $3,000 in the UK, that's your baseline. Multiply that by 12 months, then multiply by how long you expect to live in retirement. Let's say you plan to retire at 65 and expect to live to 90. That's 25 years, or 300 months. $4,000 x $300 or $1.2 million. Sounds like a lot? Maybe. But that's before accounting for inflation, healthcare, and unexpected costs, which can easily push it to $1.5 million or more. That's why guessing doesn't work. You need a personalized plan, and today, we'll create yours. Financial planners often use a simple but powerful formula to calculate how much money you need to retire safely. It's called the 4% rule. Here's how it works. If you withdraw 4% of your total savings every year, your money should last 25-30 years, assuming it's invested in a balanced portfolio. So, if you want to spend $50,000 a year, you need about $125 million saved, $50,000, 0 to 4. For my viewers in the UK, that's roughly $40,000 per year, meaning you'd need around $1 million saved. But the 4% rule was made years ago. And in 2025, the financial world looks different. Interest rates, inflation, and market volatility all affect that safe withdrawal rate. Experts now suggest a range between 3.5% and 4.5%, depending on your risk tolerance. If you want extra safety, especially in uncertain markets, plan around 3.5%. That means for $50,000 yearly spending, you'd want closer to $1.4 million saved. Now that may sound intimidating, but here's the encouraging part. You don't have to save that much overnight. Compounding, investments, and income streams can work in your favor. Once you know your number, the next step is figuring out how to turn that lump sum into consistent income. Think of retirement like this. You have 3 income buckets. First, guaranteed income. This includes Social Security in the US or the state pension in the UK. On average, that might cover $20,000, $25,000 per year in the US, or around $10,000, $11,500 in the UK second. Investment income. This comes from your 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, or personal pension plans. You can withdraw safely each year while keeping part invested. Third, passive income or side earnings. Many modern retirees keep small side hustles, rental income, or dividend portfolios. Even $500, $1,000 a month can dramatically stretch your savings. The secret is diversification. You don't want to rely entirely on one source. When you combine all 3, guaranteed income, investments, and passive earnings, you create a financial triangle that can support you for decades. And remember, it's not about stopping work. It's about buying freedom. Work if you want to, not because you have to. But here's where many retirees get blindsided. The expenses they never plan for. The first is healthcare. In the US, the average couple retiring in 2025 will need over $315,000 just for medical expenses over their lifetime, even with Medicare. In the UK, the NHS helps, but long-term care or private insurance can still cost tens of thousands of pounds. The second hidden cost is inflation. Even at just 3% per year, your expenses double roughly every 24 years. That means $50,000 today becomes $100,000 in future dollars. So your plan must grow, not just sit in a savings account. The third hidden cost is lifestyle creep. As we age, we tend to spend more on travel, family, and comfort. And that's okay. Retirement isn't meant to be restrictive. But your plan should anticipate it. Smart retirees build a buffer, an extra 15-20% cushion in their savings goal. That way, when life changes, your plan doesn't collapse. Now, what if you're watching this and thinking, I'm nowhere near that number? Relax, you're not alone. According to recent surveys, the average American in their 50s has less than $200,000 saved for retirement. The average Briton around $180,000. Here's what you can do starting today. Max out your retirement accounts. In the US, the 401k contribution limit for 2025 is $23,000, plus $7,500 catch-up if you're over 50. In the UK, the pension annual allowance is $60,000, and you can still use previous year's unused allowances. Cut invisible expenses. Cancel unused subscriptions, refinance debt, and reduce unnecessary spending. Redirect those savings straight into your retirement fund. Invest wisely, not emotionally. Stay diversified between stocks, bonds, and ETFs. Avoid chasing high-risk investments or listening to get-rich-quick trends. And finally, plan for income, not just savings. Think about what you can do post-retirement to generate small, enjoyable income streams. Remember, it's not too late unless you never start. So, how much money do you really need to retire in 2025? It's not just a number, it's a lifestyle choice. If you want a modest, comfortable retirement, aim for 25x your annual expenses. If you want flexibility and travel freedom, push for 30x. Either way, start planning now. Because every dollar or pound you invest today is a future moment of peace, freedom, and security. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with someone who's planning their retirement, and subscribe for more clear, data-driven financial guidance every week. And now tell me in the comments, where are you watching this from, and what's your retirement goal number? Let's see who's ready to take control of their financial future starting today.